Hello friends, welcome to this channel. In today's lecture, we will be studying about PTE core reading. Question is multiple choice, multiple answers, and how to attempt this. What is some tips and tricks for this? So let us start. So in order to attempt such questions, so we will be having a paragraph. Along with that, we will be having a question and some multiple answers that we can select from. Okay. So, in order to attempt this, first it's your job to read out the question, not read aloud, but read the question first. So, first step is that. The second step is to read 3 4 lines from the paragraph. Okay. After you have read this, the third step is to look for answer. In these answers, you try to match out something that is relatable in these 3 4 lines that you have read the first. If you find, take that particular answer, then move ahead. Then read the fourth point is then read 3 4 lines again from the paragraph, which is the mid section. Let's say from here to here, and in the second pointer, you have read from here till here. Then read 3 4 lines, try to attempt answers again as the fifth point. Look for answers again, but this time look for answers that are related to the 4 number pointer that we are trying to achieve. Then go to number 6 pointer, that is read the last paragraph, uh, the last 3 4 lines, whatever they are, and then try to attempt the answers. If it matches, tick that up as a seventh pointer. Look for answers. So you can find the answers in any of the 3 5 or 7 steps. Now let's try to attempt one question. I have got a PTE Labs Pro for the time being. So let's go to the reading section in the multiple choice, multiple answers. So herein we have got 3 minutes. In this first we have to read the question, which is of the following statements are correct. So, first 3 4 lines. Hydropower is the dominant source of energy in the Amazon region, the world's largest river basin and hotspot for future hydro development. However, a new study warns that in the coming decades, climate change-driven reductions in precipitation and river discharge will diminish the Amazon's hydropower capacity. The study's author examined hydropower projects in the Amazon basin. Their findings suggest the hydro shift by mid-century will reduce the hydropower generation at many locations. Okay, so we have read 3 4 lines. Let's try to answer some questions. Um, so here it says hydrochloric changes will reduce hydropower in many. Okay, we have heard about something of mid-century, which is here. So mid-century is there. The findings suggest that hydrochloric changes will reduce. So we got these words that it is reducing in many by the mid-century. So it is good. Now let's try to read all the answers. Israel should be situated where there is less reliable. We haven't heard about anything. We haven't heard about anything in Brazil. Is the only source of energy in Amazon. So we have heard about Amazon, but the first line states that hydropower is the dominant source. So it's not the only source, it's the dominant source. So that is not the answer. Alternative. Okay, we haven't heard about solar and wind as of now. So next. As river discharge becomes variable and output declines, like solar and wind are expected to become ever more important. So we have heard something about solar and wind. So yes, hydropower needs to be designed to operate in concert with alternative energy sources like solar and wind. So relatively less flow do not disrupt grids that supply vital power to. Now, new hydropower should be carefully sited in locations of many reliable flows and designed to operate over a broader range of flows than a historical would indicate. Okay, so new hydropower should be okay. So we have something here. New hydropower facilities should be carefully sited. Okay, this is good in locations of more reliable. But here we can see that where the flow is less reliable. So this is not the answer. Okay, next. Um, Brazil. We haven't heard about Brazil. Is the only so this is neglected. This is crossed out. We are only left with this Brazil one. Okay. Energy needs to focus. Brazil, for example, has this dominant. They hydropower due to extreme drought. As a result, might need to start hmm, record low. Okay, we have 11.7 record low. Yes, so this is the answer. Now, once this is over, we can check our answers. These are all correct. So we have to be very much fast since we have a crunch of time. It is only 3 minutes and we have to answer all the questions along with reading the paragraph as well. But remember, if you do not find answers that is matching, do not tick that because there would be a negative marking to it. So let's say if I do not mark this one, the score will be at 60. But let's say if I mark this one, um, and I just read half of it and marked this one, my score will drop to 30 because of the negative marking. So that is how it is.